controls on this 702 new home. There's a couple of unique controls on it that are a bit well, non-standard, but can take a minute to figure out. So first thing, we've got our stitch length and the feed dog retracting for darning is actually turned all the way to the bottom past 0. So it's got darn with the feed dogs retracted, 0, buttonhole is marked out, and then it goes all the way up to 4. This big center dial here is the main control. It's got the buttonhole feature here, and then it turns all the way around from our normal stretch, or from our normal stitching, which is pointing at 1 o'clock. It turns clockwise down to this area where the stretch stitches are marked out for the super automatic. So it's got regular, the automatic, and the dial points on the top set of stitches, and then you can turn it down to the super automatic, which is the stretch and decorative stitches. The cam selector is this lever here, so it just pushes in and then moves our indicator for the various stitches. And the last kind of unique thing is it's got this width selector here that goes from 0 to 5 with 1 here. And if you set it at 0, pull it out and rotate it, it has 2 red lines for twin needle, and then it only turns up to 3 to prevent you from selecting too wide a stitch if you're using a twin needle. So that's a pretty cool feature. And then we turn it back to 0 and rotate the outer dial to the single needle selector for our stitch width. The buttonhole balance is this screw dial in the center of the reverse button, and like a lot of machines, the stretch balance is actually to change the stitch length between maximum and reduce it a little bit at a time until you get a good stretch pattern out of it. So see, I got it on zigzag maximum width, narrow stitch. Oh, we'll just see what. Remember, I assembled this tensioner. I didn't actually adjust it. I just sort of put it back together and stuck the knob on. But looks like I won the lottery. It's a pretty even stitch on Mark V for a zigzag, which is pretty good. So, and I guess, oh, there is a plus minus adjustment on the stretch stitch side here. So it has a balance control on the stretch stitch dial itself. I had not noticed that when I turned the knob earlier. But you can see it wiggling our reverse knob for us to get that forward and back stitch. And I put it in the middle of the dial, and it seems to be a pretty even stitch as well. So this machine is all in adjustment. without having to do any fine tuning.